Madam Speaker, as the Honourable Member is aware, I was appointed Minister responsible for Financial Services and Good Governance on 24th January 2017. My predecessor, the former Minister of Financial Services, Good Governance and Institutional Reforms, had during his tenure of office recruited 24 advisors. I'm tabling the names, qualifications, terms and conditions of appointment and the number of overseas missions undertaken by these advisors. Madam Speaker, since my appointment as Minister, I recruited an advisor on governance matters on 3rd August 2017, and who resigned for personal reasons on 4th February 2019. I also recruited an advisor on information matters on a contractual basis with effect from 11th July 2017. I'm tabling the details requested in the question in respect of these two advisors. Madam Speaker, with your permission, I wish to inform the House that when I joined the Ministry, there was no technical staff in post, and worse, there was no post of technical officers on the Ministry's establishment, when it is obvious that technical officers are indeed essential for the smooth running of the Ministry. Accordingly, an expert in the field of anti-money laundering, combating the financing of terrorism, the MLCFT, to follow up on compliance with the FATF and ESAMLAG requirements, has been recruited as advisor on 25th September 2017, and she's fully involved in technical duties on MLCFT. Moreover, certain other technicians have been recruited in an advisory capacity and are performing technical duties as manager, financial services, assistant manager, financial services, and analyst, financial services, respectively. I'm tabling the names, qualifications, terms, and conditions of appointment of these technical advisors. Madam Speaker, I wish to point out that only the advisor on AML-CFT has undertaken 3 overseas missions since her assumption of duty, and all these in relation to FATF and ESAMLAG
Once again, it won't go unheeded. Once again, I ask the Honourable Member to go outside, take his call, and leave his phone outside, please. Yes, please proceed.
Yes.
Before you proceed further, can I ensure that all mobile phones are on silent mode?
This is indeed very disruptive, Madam Speaker. I would like to take again the last part of my answer. Madam Speaker, I wish to point out that only the advisor on AML-CFT has undertaken 3 overseas missions since her assumption of duty, and all these in relation to FATF and ESAMLAG meetings. None of the other advisors has proceeded on overseas mission.
Yes, Honourable.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Is the Honourable Minister aware that one of the former advisors appointed by his predecessor, Mr. Akhilesh Diapal Singh, gave a statement to ICAC setting out a list of people who have been recruited, including son of a minister, sitting minister, daughter of a high civil servant, niece of another minister, and son-in-law of the ambassador of Mauritius to a foreign country? Is he aware of this?
Yes, Honourable Team, you rightly pointed out that this matter has been reported to ICAC. I don't think the Honourable Minister will be able to reply to something which has been reported to ICAC unless you reformulate your question otherwise.
Reformulate my question to say, has he himself or his ministry carried out an investigation to find out whether there have been people appointed when his predecessor was minister, who were relatives of members of the cabinet, of ministers, of high civil servants? Has his ministry or himself conducted an inquiry to see to that?
Madam Speaker, I haven't personally carried out an investigation, but I suppose the recruitment should have been done in accordance with laid down procedures at that time.
From the Honourable Minister, whether the established procedure for appointment of advisors, the 24 advisors, can you appoint an advisor without going through the Prime Minister, or should the Prime Minister consent to the appointment of advisors?
Madam Speaker, as I mentioned in my answer, I cannot reply for the what was there before my appointment. I can only give the information what I have been provided for.
Honourable Bhagwan.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Can I know from the Honourable Minister whether he has gone to the records and see whether certain of his advisors had police cases, and whether certificate of morality was asked prior to their employment, and whether now under when he is minister, whether the police clearance has been sought for the recruitment of advisors, public relations officers.
Yes, for those appointments which have been done under my ministership, all the police clearance have been obtained, Madam.
Honourable Boolell.
Is the minister aware that his predecessor made a public statement and stated very clearly that all those 24 advisors were approved by the then Prime Minister? And I'm glad that the case is before ICAC, and I hope ICAC will tell you.
But, once again, Honourable Member, he cannot reply for his predecessor. He cannot reply for his predecessor. He can only reply for himself. Right? Yes.
Order. I feel a bit bizarre because it's about what you just said. I mean, how do you know he can't reply? Let him reply, and if he says he can't, you say I can't.
Honourable Shakeel Mohamed. Honourable Shakeel Mohamed, politely, I'm going to tell you that by saying so, you are defying my authority. I have given a ruling on this, and I think it's up to you to accept it. You can't challenge my authority.